What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news video, because reports from France indicate that Liverpool have established contact with Lille regarding Nicolas Pepe. And according to the reports, Liverpool have actually made a formal approach for Nicolas Pepe, who is a very talented young winger. He's 23 years old and he already scored 20 goals this season. Last season he scored 14 goals, and for a 23-year-old, I think those are pretty good numbers. And he also got 14 assists in Ligue 1 for Lille, which is a remarkable return. He was born in France, but he is an Ivory Coast international, and we really need to sign this guy as soon as possible, because Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United and Bayern Munich reportedly are also keen on him. And according to Le Ten Sport, Liverpool have established contact and made a formal inquiry, and Lille club president Gerard Lopez has already admitted, and I quote, 4 or 5 players will be leaving this summer. All clubs are forced to balance their accounts except perhaps one. Paris Saint-Germain, obviously, is referring to. I would say yes, it is sure that Pepe will leave. He enters a price range that can no longer be paid. There is a career choice to make for him. I think he will have the choice. So he has contributed to as many goals as he played games. It's like 34 goals contribution in 35 games is a remarkable return. 20 goals and 14 assists. I can't stress this high enough. So let me know, guys, what do you think about this guy? Do you watch Lille? Have you seen Lille in the Europa League or have you seen some Lille games in the French league? Recently they have smashed PSG 5-1 and they are sitting comfortably in second place in France. They are having an even better season than the likes of Lyon or Monaco or Saint-Etienne. So they are at the moment the second best French team, and Pepe is one of their best players, if not their best players, and he is racking up very impressive numbers. And already Daniel Sturridge is on his way out. He won't be extending Liverpool won't be extending Daniel Sturridge's contract. That means that frees up at least one space up front for a striker / winger. But Pepe said that in an interview in April 2017 that he is dreaming of playing in England, and he actually said that he wants to sign for Chelsea sometime in the future, but that was quite a long time ago, exactly like 2 years ago when he was on a French television broadcast. And at that time Pepe was just a young, pretty unknown player, and he was just dreaming of maybe playing for one of his favorite clubs in England. But I'm sure that if Liverpool put a serious offer down on the table, then Nicolas Pepe can be persuaded. He started his career at Angers and then he signed for Lille in 2017, and at Lille he scored 34 goals in just 73 appearances, which is very impressive. That's like 1 goal every 2 games on average, so those are great numbers. And Pepe can play on the right wing, on the left wing, even maybe behind the striker, but I think his best position is on the wing. And we need a player like him who can come in and play when Mane or Salah needs a rest, or when they get injured. I really hope they don't get injured, but we really need a player like him. And Rafa Benitez has admitted that Liverpool's trip to Newcastle results in a game which he can't win, and I think he alludes to the fact that he is a Liverpool legend, and Liverpool are on the brink of potentially winning the Premier League title. And he actually confessed in a comment in the Chronicle, this is a game that I can't win. If we win, they will say, Benitez should be helping Liverpool. And if you lose, then they will say, Rafa Benitez wasn't giving everything. I will not talk too much about this game until it comes around. I was in Liverpool winning trophies. Why? Because I was professional and I was fighting against anyone. Some people will criticize me because I was fighting against Manchester United. It's my job to do the best for my team, and I will try to do the best for my team against Liverpool. That's it. And yeah, Rafa Benitez is such a professional guy. He can't be seen as his integrity can't be questioned. So I think Rafa Benitez will not give us any favors. But if Liverpool want to win the league title, we really need to go to Newcastle, take the game to them, win the game, because otherwise, Manchester City will win the league title. And I really hope that Liverpool go to Newcastle in a position where we can take the lead at the top of the table and stay there. I'm really hoping that Manchester United will have a big reaction after losing to Everton 4-0 and everybody disgracing the players. I think they will have a big reaction. I'm really hoping they will have a big reaction against Manchester City. And Rafa Benitez is right. He can't win in this game. If he loses, then many people were saying that Newcastle weren't trying because he was a Liverpool manager. But if he won, or even if he draws, then Liverpool fans will 100%, some of them will complain, why did Rafa Benitez not help them? But Rafa Benitez is now a Newcastle manager, so we can't really expect any favors from them. I read on the Liverpool official forums that Rafa Benitez now must field the under 14 side. Yes, you heard it right. Probably that was a joke, but I heard it so many times that Newcastle should just play the kids against Liverpool. Yeah, can you imagine the Newcastle fans? There would be riots in the stadium, but they are already they are staying in the Premier League, so maybe they will not try as hard as if they were fighting for their lives in the Premier League. I really hope that now that it has been mathematically confirmed that Newcastle will be staying in the Premier League, mainly because of Liverpool also beating Cardiff, and mainly because Newcastle have beaten Southampton as well. And I'm sure that Newcastle fans, some of them would prefer Liverpool to win the title, but I'm not sure really. So if you are a Newcastle fan, leave your comments down below. Who do you want to win the title, Liverpool or Manchester City? And Virgil van Dijk said this after the Cardiff game: you try to keep a cool head, and I think that's something that we have improved on during the season. He told Liverpool's official website, just keep doing what we are doing, don't panic, we will get opportunities because we have plenty of quality in the team and no team can defend at their highest level for 90 minutes, so we will get chances. So there will always be slight moments of spaces that we can exploit, and I think we did it. And I think it's very, very impressive that Liverpool have scored late goals to win points against Chelsea, Tottenham, Southampton, Fulham and Everton, and also Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. And also Liverpool have also won the most points from losing positions in the Premier League this season, which shows the character and the resilience that this Liverpool side has. So I'm very happy and very impressed with them. Fabinho got an injury scare. He was substituted just 1 minute after coming on because of a concussion, but that is a concussion protocol really in the Premier League. And Jurgen Klopp said this after the game: it was very unlucky. Fabinho is okay, but he had a bit of a shaky legs, and that's of course not a good sign in the moment. It's a 100% yes or go off. So if it's 95% in that game in that position, we cannot make that decision for him to stay on. So it's all good. And Fabinho himself tweeted out this: thanks for all the messaging and concern, everything is good and I'm very happy with our win, we will keep fighting until the end. So thankfully Fabinho is not seriously injured, so he will be ready for the next game on Friday against Huddersfield. Neil Warnock had some very strange words in his post-match press conference. First he was saying that Salah dived for the penalty, which I find ludicrous, when the defender was holding him like this in a headlock for like 10 seconds or something like crazy like that. And he said this: I think Jurgen Klopp should do a job swap with me for a week. they are doing that well, he should let me have his team for a week and he should come and have mine. The players really gave their best. When you are coming up against such quality like that, it's great to give them a game and give the fans one or two exciting moments. You know what, Warnock? Jurgen Klopp has won the Bundesliga twice and he went to the Champions League final. That's why he's a Liverpool manager, because he is good enough to be a Liverpool manager. I mean, Warnock doesn't have those kind of achievements and he doesn't play the kind of football that is required at Liverpool, in my opinion. So it's just a ludicrous idea. Of course he was joking, but still, that was just crazy. And this is very interesting. So Paddy Power have surveyed fans of the 18 or 19 other Premier League clubs to see who they would rather see win the league out of Liverpool and Manchester City, and only 4 teams said that they would rather see Manchester City win the league than Liverpool. The other clubs, the majority of them said Liverpool instead of Man City, which is not the rhetoric that is going around on social media that everybody hates Liverpool and everybody wants to see Man City win the league. Only Southampton, Chelsea, Manchester United and Everton, these are the only 4 sides. Basically our rivals, Man United and Everton, Chelsea, who have also been our rivals in recent seasons, and Southampton, which of course a lot of ex-Southampton players now play for Liverpool, and I guess Southampton just hate us because of how many players we bought from them, and they don't want us to do well at all, so for some weird reason. So that's very interesting in my opinion, that only 4 teams, the majority of only 4 fan bases want Manchester City to win the league, and the other 15 want Liverpool to win the league. I mean the majority, so that's very good to hear. And Jordan Stan Henderson said this after the Cardiff game: "It's a big result for us and we want to keep fighting right until the end, to keep winning games. It was a different type of test for us and I thought we came through it really well. We have got to keep believing, keep our confidence going and win as many games as we can. The conditions were difficult. We knew it would be a difficult game. It was very hot, so we knew it would be difficult, but to be fair, it was the same for both teams. But I thought we dealt with that really well and dealt with the game coming back off the big win we had against Chelsea in midweek. They were fighting for their lives, and so we knew it would be difficult. We had to be patient, keep probing while making sure we were defensively organized. Overall, we have got to be very happy with the performance and obviously the 3 points. And to be fair to Gini Wijnaldum, it was a brilliant finish. We spotted something and thankfully it was a great ball by Trent Alexander-Arnold and a great finish. And it was a brilliant penalty by Milner as well. Another big penalty for us, a fantastic finish again from him, and that killed the game up for us really, so it was another important goal. And Jurgen Klopp admitted in his post-match interview that Liverpool players themselves at halftime came up with that corner routine, because in the first half they saw that there was a large gap in the penalty box at every corner that Liverpool have taken. So at halftime they came up with the idea that Wijnaldum will run into that space in the second half at one of the corners, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, instead of hoofing it up into the air, he passed it across the box and Wijnaldum came and absolutely smashed it. What a beautiful, beautiful goal that was. And Graham Souness said after the Cardiff game that this Liverpool team have no weakness, which I'm not 100% agreeing with that, but it's definitely the strongest Liverpool team that I have seen since I started watching Liverpool in 2001. And Graham Souness said this, I quote him: "If you are going to be champions, you've got to deal with the challenges that come along in many different ways. I think today they looked a composed, polished team. They were patient, they didn't try and force it. It wasn't great pitch to play on, playing under a lot of pressure, and I thought Liverpool were fabulous. Okay, they weren't at their slick passing best, but they were still a fabulous team today, and I think that showed the maturity as well. And Liverpool showed like they believe in what they are doing, that they are not going to rush this, and eventually someone will come up with something for Liverpool, and that is how it panned out. They were very polished today, according to Graham Souness. It was only a matter of time of scoring a goal. When you are that good as a team and you've got that many special players, the threat's not coming from just one area. It could be a set piece with Van Dijk, it could be a piece of magic from one of the front three, but the threat comes from so many places that they know keep a clean sheet, keep doing the things that have got us the results over the last 9 months, and it will come, and that's how they played today. So very happy with the comments that Graham Souness made about Liverpool. So yeah, let me know, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about Graham Souness's comments? He said also that I think we have got their nervy moments. They certainly had them against Tottenham and a couple of games before that. Against Southampton, against Fulham, we won with late goals. But Graham Souness said, I think they have dropped that now. I think they are playing with the composure and the belief they should be. That they are a team without a weakness. If you are setting up against them, where do you think you can expose them? I think you are struggling to come up with any weaknesses in their team. Sometimes Trent Alexander-Arnold, when he's not on his best, that can be a weakness. In the first half, Cardiff had a couple of very good runs with their left winger on the side of Trent Alexander-Arnold, where he got behind our defense, but in the second half it was a much more composed performance. But otherwise there is really no big weakness in this Liverpool side, which I'm very happy to see. He said, I said after last week that I thought it was 50-50, but Man City go and beat Spurs. I look at it now, Liverpool will beat Huddersfield on Friday. Man City know that. Liverpool will win that game, according to Graham Souness, that is. I think the title will be decided whether City win it or not in the next 2 games. I think if City win their next 2, then I don't think they are going to drop points in their last 2 against Leicester and Brighton. And I agree with Graham Souness, mainly because before the Leicester game, City have a week break. But until then, they are playing every 3 or 4 days, but the other teams have been doing so as well. So it's not really an advantage. For example, yeah, Man United also played on the weekend and they play on Wednesday against each other. And Man United have to win that. Now that Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United and Chelsea couldn't win on the weekend and only Chelsea got a point, the top 4 race is still wide open. So Man United, with a win or even a point against Man City, can really influence the top 4 race and can really get into the top 4, because after that Manchester United will play Chelsea, and if they win that, they have Cardiff on the last day of the season. So the Man United, they know that the top 4 is still open to them. So we shall wait and see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you later. Goodbye.